Hey you guys, what's going on? It's time for an Esper review. And what movie are we going to be reviewing today? Summer Wars. And guys, let me just say, judging on the intro that I've showed you guys, the visuals in this movie are just amazing, breathtaking, have you on the edge of your seats. I almost make you want to crap on you. So that's how good this anime's visuals are. My brain is in a flux right now because I've just seen this movie like for the third time because I wanted to get as much information as I could to review this movie for you guys and make sure that it was perfect. But you know, originality, I had to give it a 9 on there because we've seen stories like this before. You know, the story is based on video internet, meaning that it's going to be based on like the online community, and the story takes place up on this online community named Oz, this big powerhouse named Oz, where people pretty much converse. They go on with their daily lives, conversing through this network. They do their shopping, they pay taxes through this online network. And the main character, Kenji, he's like your antisocial, average teenager that doesn't really have that much going for him, but like a good brain, smarts. He's a techie and also a good mathematician. And he pretty much stays on this thing 24/7. It's like a job to him. I remember him saying that, you know, he's like a security protector or holder or something up in the Oz community. And you know, he's at the beginning, he's talking with his friend like what they're gonna be doing over the summer. And his friend, you know, is like, oh yeah, man, you know, straight watermelon eating and fireworks and girls. You know, Kenji's like, okay, bump that, slash the girls, maybe the watermelon and the fireworks, but not so much the girls. You know, he's very, very shy and doesn't really, you know, socialize with the opposite sex that much. You know, and the story progresses or whatever. He meets up with his love interest, the other main character of this story, Natsuki, and she invites him to go to her grandmother's birthday party. It's her 90th birthday party, so she invites him to go to that. And she introduces him to her grandmother or whatever, and she kind of flips a Mickey on him. She just flips it on him. She's like, "Grandmother, I'd like you to meet my fiance." And he's like, "Serious? He's serious right now?" So she kind of plays him on that. You know, he ends up staying there for a while because they haven't really, you know, said anything about it. The family's very, very excited about it. So he's trying to stay in there and play the role of her fiance and act like they're interested. So he spends the night at her house or whatever, and he gets this email with some kind of encryption, and he being the techie and the mathematician that he is, he tries to crack this encryption. So he cracks it or whatever, and like he doesn't really know what it is until the next morning, until the email like comes back. And he goes in the living room and he sees all these news telecasters just bashing him and talking about him and talking about his account in the Oz community, because they tell, you know, the world that he's hacked into the Oz community and he's become like very dangerous. He's dangerous and he's wanted. He's a wanted man because, as I said, the Oz community, it pretty much streams through everything. The governmental weapons, paying taxes, personal information can be stored on these things. And what this movie kind of, you know, it displays as far as the story goes, is kind of similar to the thing that we're going through today with the PlayStation Network being hacked and everything. And if you don't know about that, I'll let you lead yourself to ignorance, because the PlayStation Network thing has been going on the internet for like a week now, and people have just been posting videos up on YouTube talking about it. Yeah, but I'll explain it anyway. You know, the PlayStation Network, people's personal information, their previous billing information, and different addresses and stuff are at stake. You know, this guy, Anonymous, has control of that, and he's pretty much looking like he has, you know, he has that information, and he can pretty much go into people's banks accounts and their credit accounts. People that have registered online accounts up on PSN, he can go into that and get all that information if he wanted to. And that's what this anime is kind of like. It kind of, I'd say I picked this up at the right time, you know, because it's kind of like that, like the ordeal that we're going through today with the PlayStation Network. And the antagonist is this AI, this artificial intelligence named the Love Machine. Yeah, the Love Machine. He's like an artificial intelligence that pretty much takes over the main character Kenji's account. You know, he finds out that it's him because he can actually go into the world. I mean, if anybody like gets the technology to do social networks like this, or you know what I'm saying, they should go and look at this movie right here. And the other interesting character that you guys are probably what made you guys go check this movie out, or you've seen on videos featured from the Summer Wars. This guy right here, King Kazuma, which is one of the coolest animated character designs that I've seen in a while. You guys, it's kind of like a combination of Tokyo pop and hip hop, like combined together with like urban style. And the character, he's like very awesome. Like you think you would see this character in a Digimon like anime for sure, and he would just pwn any other Digimon that I'll see, kind of like Rapidmon or something. He has that style to him. So what do we have up in this DVD? You know, I want to review the DVD itself. It was dubbed by Funimation of last, at the end, I want to say at the end of last year, you know, you had videos where Mike McFarlane, he does the voice directing on this movie. And I want to say, you know, like, if you expect for it to be like your typical Funimation anime movie, anime dub, where you hear all these familiar voices, it pretty much delivers. You know, it doesn't really give you that many familiar voices. You'll notice your usual voice actors. You'll notice Christopher Sabat, and you'll notice Michael McFarlane off the hand, because every character he sounds like Master Roshi or whatever. And you have what's that girl's name? The girl that does the voice of Luffy. You have her up in there, Colleen, I forget her name. I mean, she's not one of my favorite voice actors, but you have her voice talent up in this. So the story is kind of like the plot structure. It's back and forth. It's kind of iffy with me, because you see this digital world and you want to see more of those scenes up in it. So it starts out fast when you see this character King Kazuma fighting all these different avatars or whatever, or going up against these different players online. But it kind of cuts back into the reality world. I know it's supposed to explain, you know, stuff that goes on and how the story progresses from there, with the Oz community being hacked and everything, and how it affects like daily living. But you just want to see more of this world. And what killed this movie for me was the slowness that it went in, pertaining to the main character Natsumi and her family and all her family griefs, and her long lost uncle that comes back 10 years later after he's been missing, MIA for a while. So that's what kills this movie for me. But I still recommend that you go buy this movie. It's great. You know, it comes with 2 discs. I wouldn't buy this movie on standard DVD, because Funimation, they have a way of breaking your wallets, and they're not giving you all the content that you're supposed to have on DVDs nowadays. Like, they just license these DVDs and bring them out. They put the movie on there, and they put these cheap ass like special features and extras up in this thing. Like, this thing, it has 2 discs, but this disc right here only contains interviews. It contains nothing else, like, pertaining to how this movie was made. This movie is excellent. People want to know how it's made and how it was developed. We want to know about the CGI, making behind the CG, the animation. We want to know what the director thinks. It has interviews from the directors and the cast members on the second disc, but it has nothing to do with how the movie is made, which which is a big letdown, people. Like, I suggest you go read over the Blu-ray review if you're still kind of skeptical about getting this movie on Blu-ray, because that's what I'm going to recommend for you to do. I'm going to get it on Blu-ray in the future. Yeah, we'll definitely try to get the Blu-ray because I think it has a lot more content to offer you guys. And I'm gonna say that it's a buy, you guys. I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the animation. It was refreshing to see a new take, you know, on animation, like original animation, and the combinations of other popular animes that we watched. So I definitely recommend you get this, you guys. The musical score is genius. It has that kind of gaming style musical score that we like listening to, that pulls you in, has you on the edge of your seats, that makes you interested in the anime. I like that. That's pretty much all I gotta say about this DVD, you guys. It's a definite buy. Pick this up. Summer Wars, the biggest anime that you'll probably see this year. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be like, right now standing, the biggest anime that you've seen this year. Yeah, but I'm Esper Review, and I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys later.